Hi guys, I am so excited about telling you about our next video. This is a series we will be doing with resident interviews, and I'm so excited because I'm interviewing Linda Lopez, who's a resident at our women's shelter and has come right out of camping and living life in tents and whatnot in our region, and come off the hilltop. And she's just got an amazing story, and she has really decided to leave camping behind for a life filled with hope. This is a homeless transformation. We are so excited. I hope that you enjoy this video. I went a little long-winded. I know I am a little long-winded, so what we did is we went ahead and broke this into 2 parts. I hope that you enjoy. Looking forward to it. If you like along the way, make sure you hit subscribe, okay? And check us out. More videos are coming. We're so excited. This is a great time. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy it. Stick around. So this is a audio and kind of video podcast. We're trying to increase our YouTube presence, basically. I'm going to take this off because this is driving me crazy. We're trying to increase our YouTube presence, as a mission, and really kind of tell people more about what we do. And so part of what we do is we help people like you. And so for those that don't know me, I'm Brian Boteller. I am the Director of Resident Services for the Gospel Rescue Mission. I've been with the mission for about 12 years. I kind of was part of the process of like a lot of our policy building and just the program that we run now, largely because of the things that I learned along the way, both the good things that we did and the not so good things that we did, to help teach us about how to do better at what we do. With me today is my bride and co-worker, Shauna Boteller.
Hello.
And you are the
Women's Coordinator. I've been the Women's Coordinator for a year now, and I've worked in various roles at the mission over the course of probably the last 10 years.
Yeah, at least.
And working as the Women's Coordinator for the past year, and really enjoying working with the ladies.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. We've really seen a lot of, I think this has been probably one of the best years for our women's house, in just seeing a lot of ladies moving on well and really making a good transition. So this is exciting for me, and it's exciting to watch, this kind of come about. And so with us today is our friend Linda. Linda, tell us a little bit about yourself. First, give us your name, how long you've been at the mission now.
Okay, my name is Linda. I've been at the mission about a little over a month and a half.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here. A lot has changed for me just in this short time that I've been there. My mood, I'm happy. I don't take my meds. I suffered from insomnia, well, a bunch of stuff, but the insomnia and PTSD, I have not taken, I fall asleep like a baby here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I sleep like a baby. I don't take my meds. Of course, you guys know I'm expecting. I'm going to have a baby next week. No,
2
this
days.
week.
Yeah.
In 2 days?
Yes.
You were going to have a baby in 2 days?
Yep, a baby boy, Emmanuel.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know what Emmanuel means?
Yes, God with us.
That is so cool. What a cool name.
We've already nicknamed him Manny.
Yep, that's what we call him.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it's awesome. They have me on meds for postpartum, but I don't know. It's just, I'm so at peace here, so happy. I have such a beautiful, wonderful support system. It's amazing. He's gonna have so many aunties.
Right.
It's awesome.
So Linda, tell me, if you were just my daughter, we're just sitting talking, or my sister, and everything, they go, oh, okay, well, that's the way anybody's life should be, and of course, everybody should expect that kind of a thing. you didn't come to us, because you were in a really good spot, So, I mean, tell me a little bit about where you came from.
Well,
How long have you been in Oregon?
I've been in Oregon for 3 years. I come from Chicago,
Okay.
and it was a hard situation in Chicago, and I was trying to, I guess, see if I could start somewhere new and build a new life for myself.
Okay.
And it wasn't easy, of course, coming here from Chicago. I had nothing. I came with, I was with my partner at the time,
Okay.
and it ended up a very abusive situation. We were homeless. He started using, and it became abusive. So
Okay.
he ended up incarcerated, doing 5 years, and I ended up by myself. I was at the women's crisis for a little while, and then I ended up finding a place once I left there. Had a roommate, fell in love with him. We're engaged. I'm expecting a son now. So things are, but even we were homeless up on the mountain.
On the mountain nearby?
Yep, Beacon,
Uh-huh.
up on the BLM land.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
And,
So this is kind of important for the locals here know exactly where you're talking about. I mean, the people in our community know exactly where you're talking about. And one of the things that I really try and help the community see is that the work that we do here at the mission is really about reducing homelessness, is getting people out of homelessness and getting people away from that thing. And I would contrast that to maybe other types of work that goes on that's kind of homeless outreach, but it's really more geared toward kind of making them able to camp and stuff. Tell me a little bit about life camping.
It's hard. That's why we were up on the mountain. It's more private. It's private. You're safe. You're up there. Not too many people are willing to hike up the mountain.
Yeah.
It's pretty steep, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I injured now I need surgery, ankle surgery.
Okay.
I tore a ligament in my ankle.
Pregnant mom,
Hiking it up and down the mountain
trying
every
to camp
day.
out in the woods on the mountainside there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And well, you guys helped me so much. I mean, I came here.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore. Obviously, I'm gonna have a baby this week. I was 7 months when I got here.
Yeah.
So
We were very worried about you when you first came in.
Yeah.
it was hard. I put on weight since I've been here. I weighed how much? 147 when I got here, size 4. 7 months pregnant, and I'm 167. I'm not even.
You're all
Which is-
baby too. I
which
mean,
is so
you're
good,
feeding her so well. And
So look, I mean, if you're an overweight homeless person, there's on weight coming out there. This is I've never heard of anybody really losing weight coming to the mission right away, or
Right.
anything. And but for you, I mean, that's life.
that's great for the
That's
baby too.
that's
Right.
life sustaining for a baby, and for a pregnant mama. You got to have that, right?
Oh yeah.
We're always putting
yeah.
a plate of food in front of her face.
Oh yeah, I eat very well. And then Shauna, I get so excited when she's in the kitchen. Like this morning, I was like, oh.
Whip you up
Shauna's in
some
the
eggs
kitchen.
for
No,
breakfast.
something's
Yeah.
gonna be good. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you've made this move from being homeless, living, camping in and around Grants Pass, to leaving that homelessness behind, and now we're focusing on your safety, we're focusing on your health and all of that kind of stuff, and we're going to be right there with you, cheering on, welcoming baby Emmanuel into the world. How cool is that, right?
That's really
And
awesome.
and we don't want to just leave you with that either. I mean, we're just like, hey, let us walk with you, as you move forward with this new baby, and let's work and make sure that by the time that you're ready to leave here, that you have everything that you need, that you have everything that you need to make that change. And I know Shauna, she's a tenacious and fierce mama. And so, she's going to make sure that, she's going to do everything in her power to try and encourage you to do all the right things by that baby, and to try and make sure that you're doing, really moving in a good direction.
I think one of the things also for Linda, though, she has a really great team. So not just us, she has other case managers working to help get her on her feet, and it's really a concerted effort between us and a couple of other agencies, getting her on her feet, finding resources, getting the income stuff figured out, and healthcare and all those things. I think that's been really helpful.
So you're saying
working with other
we don't
case
do it all
managers.
single-handedly?
No, not at all.
Right.
It takes a village really to do all of these things and find those resources.
Just to give a shout out to some of those other organizations. I mean, you want to name some of them off?
Options especially.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
And then we also have our volunteer Linda Alexander is helping with Social
Linda
Security
awesome?
Yeah, she's so
applications.
awesome.
and
Linda's like a little angel, man. I
is,
can't. I'm just gonna dread the day that someday I'll lose our Linda Alexander. She's an angel. So I mean, this is just it. I mean, what makes us stay at the mission work is not just the genius of a program or the genius of a particular individual that we have in place. It's the entire community coming together in a way that we each stay in our lane, do our roles with what we do. We do what we do. And they do what they do, but we lean heavily on each other. We need each other. We need parole and probation. We need the people at options. We need the people at on track and all the other DHS and all the other organizations that we work with. All care and UCAN and everybody that partners with us. And with our people and wraps around our people to help us really see good success. So a lot of people would say, I've had lots of people that say, oh gosh, you force those girls to say something from a script or something, and that it, when you got a camera in front of them, or that you've got, this is they're coerced, and that this is really not a good place. I mean, speak to that. What would you say to somebody who tells you, gosh, I know that mission's just a bad place. They're forcing religion down your throat and all these bad things.
You have a choice to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not forced to be here.
That's
I enjoy being here. I enjoy waking up here, going to bed here, chapel. I love it here. You know what I mean? And if you want to work the program, you will.
Yeah.
And you'll succeed and you'll benefit from it. And if you don't, it's just not for you. And it never will be, maybe. I mean, it's just not your time.
Right.
For me personally, I feel that I was meant to be here.
Yeah.
I injured myself. First of all, throughout my pregnancy, I had no priority because I was pregnant, I was not getting on the top of any housing list any faster.
Right.
Everyone knew I was pregnant and homeless, and I was actively searching for somewhere to be off of the mountain. That hurt me a lot. There was times where I was, of course, depressed and sad and thought, will I ever get off this mountain? Am I going to have my baby on this mountain? I'm going to lose my baby because they're going to take my baby away from me if I don't get off this mountain. And it's crazy how, well, it's not. They say, is it odd or is it God?
I like that.
And it's God, because all my whining and griping about when, and I hurt myself, and I'm like, wonderful, now I'm really stuck up here on the mountain, and it was the complete opposite. Me getting hurt, that's what got me here. I had somewhere you guys took me in. That's how I feel, is I was blessed to be given this opportunity to have somewhere to have my baby, to have myself, to be safe, warm. I could have somewhere to sleep, somewhere safe, warm, comfortable to lay my head, somewhere where my baby can be safe, warm, comfortable. And then it's like the energy, the people around me, you guys are amazing. Chapel, it's not only good for me. It's not only good for me because it helps me. It really does, because there was a time where I lost my connection with God because of my situation and where I was. There was like, I lost my connection. To me, being here, it's like, I feel myself changing. I'm joking. I'm comfortable. I'm goofing around. I'm being my true self, my genuine self. I feel comfortable. Like,
So good.
I have sisters. I have a sisterhood. You know, it's just, I love chapel. I enjoy it. The baby loves chapel. He goes every time.
Kicks?
Yes, dude, he's kicking me right now. It's like,
Aw.
it's really funny.
That's
Because
awesome.
I know he's gonna love it here. Like, he loves it here already, and he's in the womb. So, yeah, he just loves chapel. He loves church. Like, that's another thing. I never got to go to church because I was up on the mountain.
Yeah.
And I was always telling, my significant other, I want to go back to church. I know that would help my connection back with, because I've been saved. I was saved at 33 years old. Something bad happened. I made a mistake. And you know what? I lit a town on fire. And I ended up having to do 2 years in prison over it. It was my first time ever getting arrested.
Oh.
And they wanted to throw the book at me. They didn't look at the fact that I was going through something really bad. There was domestic abuse. There was
Trauma.
yeah, there was a lot. At 33, it's funny because everything happened, and I know it was for me to grow up, and it was a transition. I was transitioning into a metamorphosis in a way, I was leaving behind that person I was, and which was ignorant, and I had to grow up, because my childhood and my past and whatnot. So at 33, I had to grow up, and it was like crazy. I started using drugs for the first time in my life. I was homeless for the first time in my life. I got married to a monster, and it was just crazy how everything happened. And I was like, wow, it's so late in life for me to mess up like that. I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost everything. And wow. But that's where I found God. That was where and it's funny because people say, oh, it takes you going to prison in order to, everybody finds God in prison. And maybe it's so, because you have that time, that alone time for yourself. I never had time to just sit there and conversate and get a response and
Did
stuff
you
like
feel
that.
like prison really started to change you for the better, or do you feel like, so that was kind of the beginning of a new time for you, right?
Yeah. Before, I went through, at 11, I became an atheist. It's weird, 11 years old, you'd never think a kid just, but I didn't grow up with religion, to be honest. And then at 11, my grandma passed, and she was like my mom. So when that happened, it was kind of more like, because I was always a mature child. So at 11, I was like, I didn't know what to believe in. So if there is a God, which I wasn't sure, I was like, if there is a God, you took the best thing, my favorite thing away from me. So if you do exist, I want nothing to do with you.
Right.
So there's a lot of anger there, right?
I think that there's a lot of people that find themselves that would say they're atheists, but what they really are is that they're just angry at the God that exists, and they're like, man, I suspect there's a God, and He has really made me mad.
And it's through often a deep hurt or a deep trauma or loss that bubbles up. It's really difficult. That's a very young age to feel that way, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was pretty heavy.
All right, wasn't that amazing? Listen, this is a lady in whose life is really going in a completely different direction because of her time with us here at the Gospel Rescue Mission. We're so excited to share all the rest of her story, and we'll look forward to part 2 coming up soon. Hey, if you are interested, if this is something that you'd like to see more of, would you let us know? Please subscribe to our channel. And again, if there's things, if you have questions, if you want to know something more about our program, feel free to put that in the comments. We'll certainly try and get back to you. Remember, we couldn't do the work that we do without your support. And if this is something that you go, man, you know what, I'm doing well enough that I'd like to support people who are trying to come out of their homeless situation, you can go to grantspassmission.org/donate and go to our donate page. We make it super simple. You can always mail something to us at 540 Southwest Foundry Street in Grants Pass, Oregon. It's a 97526. And we'd love to hear from you. So until next time, part 2 is coming up real shortly, maybe next week. And we'd love to just keep the ball rolling. Thanks for checking in. Share this on Facebook. Share this with your friends, okay? God bless you. We'll see you then.